David, congratulations. A magnificent game of football, and from it, 3 huge points.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it over the last few weeks about the support in here. And we didn't start off too well for the first 2 or 3 minutes. But after that, when we got our teeth into it, the engagement between supporters and players, and you can feel it behind your back. You can feel that weight of they embrace them, they enjoy watching the players. The players love playing in this stadium for the supporters, and I think that's the biggest thing for me today. That this place, Boxing Day, it was absolutely phenomenal. You know, I've loved managing today. You know, not the fact that it's against, you know, an old club of mine. The fact that I've seen a group of supporters just love the football team, you know, and that's what we've got to serve the supporters. We've got to every day, you know, you've got to come into work for your supporters, and that's the most pleasing thing for me today, because without that togetherness, winning games, it's not the same. You can win games, but if you've not got that engagement, it doesn't really matter. But when I see a group of players play for the supporters like that, I think it was phenomenal. And you know, the game itself, we moved the ball brilliantly. You know, we hurt them at every opportunity. You know, they supposedly away from home play expansive football. They certainly do at Holmbury, but we didn't allow them to. The energy from Tyler Walker and CJ and Jacob Mellis, they just couldn't get a foothold in the game at all. And we dominated. The first half was dominance. I mean, the keeper, he's had an absolute worldie. Murphy, I thought it was brilliant today. You know, how he's come off the line. CJ's the quickest thing in, you know, in the lower leagues, and you know how he's come off his line for that one. He's thwarted them. They've thrown the blocks on. You know, that's a team. Bury's a team that win a lot of football matches. You know, they go for the jugular, but they just couldn't get out of our half. You know, the first half. So disappointed it weren't more. Disappointed it weren't a real resounding victory. You know, in the 2-1 goal at the end, the goal at the death, just you know, leaves just a bit of disappointment in there. But honestly, what a phenomenal day, because you know you've got to go to your Stevenages and pick up points there. You know, make sure that that's a different game of football down there. It's a different mental test. But today at home, the mental test is us being brave, us getting on the ball, us moving the ball well, and I thought we did it superbly. But our fitness looked superior. It really did, and you know it's a really important win.
Let's speak about the first goal, Hamilton converting. But what about that ball from Jacob Mellis? You've described him before as having X-ray vision. We didn't think that pass was on.
Do you know what? Sometimes you can see them passes, you know what I mean? And I couldn't as a player. I couldn't see any passes. But I didn't even see it like you said, it split. The run was brilliant. But I always say that the run makes the passer's mind up. And it was so definitive, the run from Siege. But superlative. The only word you can describe it as is top class, you know. And if we were watching that, you know, watching Match of the Day tonight, and a Tottenham player would have done it, or a Man United player, we'd have been drooling over it. And we don't probably, you know, Mel's doesn't really get that coverage, or we don't get that coverage in League Two, but he should do, because it was an unbelievable ball. And I just wish he'd have scored on the first one, because it'd have been an hell of a goal. I mean, one of the best moves was first half, when Mel's reversed Aidan Whiting, and Whitey's crossed it. Oh, that was like probably a 20 pass sequence. Do you know what I mean? So it was beautiful, and the supporters are appreciating the football. That's the one thing that I love. You know, I'm getting fans coming down to the training ground now, watching us, being involved in what we're doing, and they're talking about how they've supported the club for a long time, and they enjoy watching the football. So, you know, really delighted with the performance, and honestly, you know, they love CJ in this stadium, don't they? They love him. I love him. I think I might take him home.
Just for clarity on the second goal, there was a bit of confusion as to what the decision had been given for, what the penalty had been given for. Can you shed any light on that? I
can't, Stephen, no, because the next phase come in. I think Danny got an header, so I was watching that, to be fair. But we'll have a look at it again. Listen, I think the referee was in a good position. You know, it was a second goal and 2-0, and absolute cruising at 2-0, do you know what I mean? So to concede that 5 minutes extra time, to concede that late one, I really wanted a clean sheet, and the players did, you know. It's a message we kept getting on, but we didn't just keep that clean sheet. But, you know, they've been brilliant today, the players. They really have, and so disciplined and dedicated over the Christmas period, and it's shown. You know, we've difficult journey back from Stevenage. We got back. players committed to the training, and you know, it's brilliant that the players deserve all the credit for putting in a performance like that, because you know, you can overindulge. I think I had 12 pigs in blankets yesterday, so you can. It does happen, and but the players just kept the focus, kept the discipline, and they were brilliant.